When he first started abusing me, I couldn't read, and he would read bedtime stories. And I remember he would come and sit on my bed. He would put a blanket over my bed, and then he would begin touching me over my underwear.
Sarah knew her abuser as Uncle Mike, her dad's friend. His real name is Michael Murphy. A tour manager for some well-known 80s bands, he used his connections with the music industry to groom her whole family.
He'd come around with bags of badges when badges were really, the thing that everybody wanted. He'd come around with flowers for us. I cannot bear red carnations. He'd come around with red carnations. But yeah, he was, Mr. Fun.
For years, she carried her secret alone, only confiding in her parents when she was 17. But it took her another 24 years to go to the police.
I just got to a point where I just thought, I have to try. And, why should he get away with it? He's been getting away with it all these years.
She describes speaking out as a hard, lonely journey. But in fact, she wasn't alone. Just as the police were about to arrest Murphy, they got another call, accusing him of much more recent abuse.
We first met when I was on holiday with my mum. From 10 years old onwards, I was kind of being groomed by him, so he used to meet with me without my mum knowing. And then when I got to age 16, I ended up running away to London in the car with him.
Katie says Murphy soon lost interest in her because she was no longer a child. After watching a documentary on TV, she realised what she thought had been a relationship was child abuse.
It really shook me up that there were other victims, and I remember just sitting in the police station and just looking at the blue walls and just thinking, I don't understand this. I thought he only loved me.
In fact, the police found Murphy's abusing had spanned nearly 30 years. Eventually, 5 women faced him in court, and after 2 trials, he was found guilty of offences against 3 of them.
You have to just hold your nerve. You hold your nerve. It took a lot. It does take a long time. I think I didn't really appreciate how long it takes to actually go to trial. And I decided that I wasn't going to have a screen up because I wanted to see him. I wanted to look him in the eye. I wanted him to know that it was me that had put him in the dock.
The police never made me feel that, I wasn't believed or I wasn't important or, they were totally brilliant.
But they agree the biggest comfort has been finding each other. They call themselves Warrior Women and have set up a website to support other abuse survivors navigating the criminal justice system.
There's nothing out there about what it feels like to go through this process, and I know because I've looked for it numerous times. So we decided that we were going to set up a website and try and use the information that we had learned to help others.
Murphy is now serving a 16-year sentence in prison. The police described him as a dangerous predator who sexually abused and terrorised his young victims.
I want now, for every minute, every waking minute, of every hour, of every day, for him to be terrified, because then he'll just have a tiny inkling of what he put us through.